guys, welcome to Miami Beach.
This is beautiful.
Hydrate this. 1942.
Any floor plan ideas that you have so we can truly provide a custom experience and build your dream home.
It does say Miami's Maverick.
Right, exactly.
So tonight we have dinner.
We have
The
dinner.
yacht.
The yacht.
Last night I'm in New York City. Today I'm on this beautiful yacht in Miami.
This is Doma in Wynwood. Just opened last week.
4 out of 10 millennials ages 22 to 36 are home buyers now.
We got to go check out the rest of Miami. You ready?
I'm ready.
Come
Let's
on.
go.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about this show? It's totally unscripted.
Welcome back to The American Dream. This week, we're taking you to a city that is synonymous with the American Dream. And to me, it's a little slice of paradise. You're gonna be seeing the best properties, the best restaurants, and you're gonna learn a thing or two along the way. We're going to Miami, and I couldn't be more thrilled to introduce you to who you're about to see next. He's everything you think of when you think Miami Beach, and for that reason, he's our guide to explore one of the most glamorous cities in America. Take it away.
Hey, sunshine.
Glenn, what's going on?
How was your trip?
It was amazing. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Oh, good. Good to see you.
How do you like South Point Park?
Oh, this is gorgeous. I could stay here all day.
All day? What do you mean all day?
Why would I leave?
We got to get out of here.
What am I gonna go see? Well, I do want to eat some Cubano sandwiches, and really, I want to know what Miami is like.
Well, listen, Golden Girl, they have water in San Diego. We got to go check out the rest of Miami.
All
You
right.
ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
By the way, that's the Continuum.
Okay.
And that's the Portofino. So south of 5th, being one of the most wealthiest communities down here. It's got its own zip code, got its own school district.
I feel the affluence here.
Time. Great restaurants, Smith & Walensky. You got Il Molino.
Yep.
Just great stuff.
Glenn, I feel like my sunnies are way too
what?
San Diego. My sunnies.
Sunnies.
Yeah.
What's a sunny?
Well, these sunglasses.
Oh, sunglasses.
Yeah, jeez. Don't you feel like these are a little too San Diego?
They're a little San Diego.
Okay, I think I need some. Do you have any that are more Miami?
I do have more Miami, actually.
I had a feeling you'd come in clutch with some extra sunglasses.
Wear them well.
Okay.
Be careful.
Are these?
You break them, you buy them.
What are these?
Versace's.
Versace?
Yeah, Versace. That's it.
Did you steal these off a celeb?
I did not. I bought them off a shelf.
Okay, so where are we right now?
So we are in Brickell. There was just actually a $14.3 million grant from the city that's going to clean this up underneath the railway from here. This is the Metro Rail.
Okay.
From here all the way back to the end of Brickell, which is literally only 14 blocks, but it's the most densely populated area down from New York City. The population is quadrupled in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I was going to say,
So if you look
Miami's
at-
known as the Magic City because it's grown so much in the last 100 years.
This
right?
area, there was nothing. Every lot was vacant. There was nothing here.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Oh my God, it's a huge iguana crossing.
Crossing the road, watch out.
They have that in San Diego?
No, I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
Get bit by sharks, but not an iguana.
Everybody respect them? Everyone?
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do, run it over?
No, you can't.
Bro, break your
all these
car
people
on that
from-
thing.
Okay, I feel like I'm officially
You're officially in Miami?
in the city, yeah.
You're in.
Before we go anywhere else, I'm so thirsty. We get a drink somewhere.
You know what the rule of Miami is, right? Stay hydrated.
The rule? Oh,
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Right,
All right.
exactly.
Okay.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. We're at the Epic. Let's go grab that drink. I know you're thirsty.
I feel like this is the right place to be, and I'm so thirsty.
Leave your sunnies.
Give me my sunnies.
Leave your sunnies back there. All right, let's rock and roll. And this is like one of the top restaurants around.
Is it so sick that you have to have your sunglasses on?
Trying to be a wise guy.
Well, a little bit.
Hydrate this. 1942.
So what do you think of Glen Asher, right? Snazzy, fabulous. We are so thrilled to be partnered with such a force in Miami. Up next, we have a special treat. We're gonna check out modern day Miami and blast ourselves into the past and explore a very significant home built by the maverick of Miami, Alfred Browning Parker. Check it out.
Amit,
How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
Oh, man.
Oh, you brought it.
I did. Great
Hey,
to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Man, I stopped reading books in college. What is this? What did you send me?
I'm glad you brought it actually. I didn't think you'd bring it, but I gotta show you something. Come on.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about this place, and
Man.
hopefully it starts to make sense
Yeah.
with the book.
This property
And
is
now-
amazing.
And look at this. The architect, this is one of the most famous architects.
Okay.
His name is Alfred Browning Parker. Have you ever heard of Frank Lloyd Wright?
Yes.
So he takes after him. He does so many things with a pretty much a local feel.
Sure.
And so
It does say Miami's Maverick Mall.
right, exactly. So he's really good with that, with the architecture. People love these homes. Problem is, living in Miami with the sun and the views and everything, I don't have too many people looking at homes like this.
Sure.
That's why I send you the book, so maybe you can.
That makes sense. You know what? I glanced at it, but I want to know in person. Tell me about this property. I get a sense that it's this mid-century modern
Right.
with this grand outdoor area, but it's an extension of indoor. Tell me about the
Right,
property.
exactly. So you did read a bit, so that's great. That's great. And so with this property, basically there's lots of woods, lots of darks. So as far as the property, it looks like this inside.
Okay.
So it's pretty awesome like that. So one of my challenges as an agent was trying to get people to come here and to look at a property like this, because it doesn't have views, like I
Sure.
mentioned. So what we did is I flew in my videographer from California, all the way from California.
Hey.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't blame you.
This home probably had so many great memories in the past. And what we're doing is we're creating a story with memories
Sure.
like that. And we think we're gonna really totally kill it with the video. The kids are cute. We are so excited about it. And
Pull
we,
at the heartstrings a little bit, make it
yeah,
emotional.
you know, we gotta do what we gotta
Completely.
do. But I think in the end, someone is gonna love this house. And that's why I sent you the book.
I love these type of homes. It really is becoming a trend for people to revitalize a property, anywhere from Seattle to, of course, here in Miami, for
Right.
people to take these properties, put their own personal touches on it, and really keep some of that character and that history, because there's a lot, as you see in that book, that goes with it.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you're so excited about that, because that's the feeling I'm trying to get others to feel.
Just attached to the property.
Exactly.
100%.
Beautiful. Let's check it out.
Let's go.
Come on.
Alfred Browning Parker lived from 1916 to 2011, and he was a modernist architect who is one of the best-known post-World War II residential architects. He gained fame for his highly published modern houses in the region around Miami, Florida. Alfred Browning Parker designed well over 500 projects in his 60-year career. Most notable were his own homes, especially the homes he designed for himself on Royal Road and in Gables Estates. In 2008, the University of Florida announced the creation of the Alfred Browning Parker Architecture Archives Endowment to support and strengthen this effort to preserve the architectural history of Florida. You've seen that old? Now you're gonna check out that new. People don't say new. It doesn't sound right. Hit it.
You know they're out there, don't you?
Welcome back to the American Dream, where we are now focusing in on your local Nashville market. My next guest is Jacey Cook. She is a realtor and leading relocation specialist with Krauss Realty, and her guest today is Carey, a first-time home buyer. Ladies, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, Jen, great to see you.
Great to see you too, Jacey. So, Jacey, I see that you've brought a former client on with you today. Why did you want to bring Kim on?
Well, you know, Nashville is an interesting market, and I've been reading a lot of studies lately, and the trend here is so many new companies continuing to come, but a lot of those new employees being brought here are millennials, and then a lot of who lives in the city are millennials. And there was a recent study done by CNBC this summer that said a really crazy statistic that 4 out of 10 millennials ages 22 to 36 are home buyers now, which it kind of blew my mind. I thought it was high, but 4 out of 10 was really much higher than I thought it would be. And then I was starting to plan my business for next year and was looking back at my 2018 clients and realized that some of my most fun and gratifying clients were first-time home buyers like Kim. And I just thought, I didn't do anything in season 1 specifically related to first-time home buyers, and I thought it would be fun to bring Kim on and talk about her experience and kind of give that perspective for season 2.
But Jacey, you've been vocal about the fact that the Nashville market is really a seller's market. So then how does that impact people like Kim and your other clients that are first-time home buyers?
Well, I think Kim would agree with me. There were a couple of main things. You made a list. Tell them about the list.
So when I first contacted Jacey about purchasing a home, I had a specific timeline in which I need to have a house. So my lease was coming due in 6 months, and I started looking at homes that were around the area that wasn't new builds, and it was like, I don't want to do all this work on this house to make it what I want it to be.
Right.
So then I told Jacey, okay, let's try to switch gears a little bit. Are there any new construction out there that's within my price range that would be something that I could do? And that's what prompted me to go towards the new construction route.
Well, and you had, Kim had a very specific list of must-haves and nice-to-haves, which is super important.
Yes. I mean, so one of my absolutely must-haves was being in the school district that I'm in. I have a little girl, and her education was very important to me, and that was one of my things that I would absolutely not compromise on. And my price range in that school district was very difficult to find a home that would look like I wanted it to look. That was top of the list. Kitchen, yes, bathrooms, those, you know, the typical things that people want to have in a house. And being a first home, I don't plan on living in it forever. I do plan on one day making it my investment property. So along the ways, doing the property that we did, that new construction property, was right where I needed it to be to fulfill my goals in the long run.
So Jacey, you were able to work within the parameters that Kim was giving you.
Yes, and there's always, they say in home buying, well, we say that if it meets 80% of your goals, then it's probably a pretty solid deal. You're never going to get everything that you want, but really having that list, that main must-haves list, is the key, and having that before you start looking and working together out in the field. Also, we had to be ready to purchase right away because the Nashville market continues in the 500 and below price point. It continues to be super fast. So being pre-approved, having your money for your down payment, talking through all those things is really vital to before you even start the process.
Absolutely. I mean, being upfront and honest with your realtor is key to getting what you want to get and need to get. So we talked about those key things from very on, what down payment I had, what money I had right away for any deposit money that was needed, earnest money, anything like that. So yeah.
So one last takeaway, Kim, any advice for first-time home buyers that are about to go through the same process that you just went through?
Any advice? I mean, there's a ton of advice.
There is. I mean, the key thing, I mean, the old cliche, knowledge is power. Knowing what is available in the market that you're wanting to be in, knowing what those price points look like, knowing what money you have to spend, getting that pre-approval so that you know what kind of money you're working with, so that when you go out there, you're just as marketable as that cash buyer. So knowing what's out there, being educated, don't be afraid and think that, oh, my credit score is subpar, I only have such amount of money. You know, go out there and find the truth based on your situation.
Great advice today, ladies. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Jen. See you next time.
See you next time.
This is Doma in Wynwood. Just opened last week. Really hot spot.
Fine art, fine cuisine. They go hand in hand.
That's kind of what Miami's all about.
Yeah.
You know, the new Miami at least.
Yeah.
So what was Wynwood like
I mean,
a few years ago? What is it now?
Dude, this place was all industrial, no development. So Moishe Mana came in, bought out a ton of space, sold a lot of all the big developers, and they said, you know, this industry district could be transformed from warehouse to new and cool.
Yeah.
So Wynwood is kind of like the Williamsburg in New York, but not as grungy.
Okay.
It's got a lot of bars, a lot of restaurants, great food. So the chefs here are actually trained under a Michelin star chef, and they open their own restaurant.
Wow. Okay.
And like, it's small. Look, there's what, 20 tables?
Yeah, it's an
Great.
intimate feeling, but it's also very trendy and warm.
That's it.
You can just tell it. Whatever's about to come out of that kitchen is going to be good.
You normally don't see. Hey, what is up, man? How are you? Pull over a chair. Grab a chair.
We're here to experience Miami. He's brought us to the best restaurant in town.
So I told him he's smart man. Because people can get more than just a restaurant. They can walk outside, they go in the gallery. I know a friend of mine, I think it's a mutual friend, went to the gallery and spent a lot of money and got some beautiful artwork,
How
right?
much is one of the pieces in there?
Actually, this artist is Rena, who's a French artist.
But you change it, right?
They change it up.
Okay.
3 weeks they change it, so they can actually, the front of the building changes as well with it.
Oh, really?
Wow.
So
That's
they
pretty cool.
repaint the private property.
You know, Wynwood is totally different than any other neighborhood in Miami.
It
It's
feels
really
like it.
artsy.
Yes.
You know, you got the Wynwood walls, you have a ton of restaurants,
Yep.
you got great food.
Got a lot of character. Just everywhere you turn, something different. Yeah.
And that was what the inspiration behind this project. Because we're next to the railroad track,
Right.
the Florida East Coast Railroad. The project is actually called the Wynwood Track.
You know, moving to New York with a big business, came here, left it there, go back once in a while, went back and forth, and decided this is a better quality of life.
That's it, yeah.
Right? You know?
Life is what it's
If you could do it here and make it here and have your business here, life is great.
I mean, that place looked awesome. A restaurant built into the train tracks with its own gallery next door. Miami has got it going on. If you thought that was cool though, wait till you see what we have going on in your town.
Hi, I'm Christy Bashlor. And I'm Maggie Schuh, and we proudly represent Bhuta Custom Homes in Stevens Valley.
Stevens Valley is located in Northwest Franklin on Sneed Road, about half a mile from Loveless Cafe.
And the great thing about Stevens Valley is we're just about 12 miles from Green Hills and a short commute to both downtown Nashville and downtown Franklin. Here at Bhuta, we truly strive to provide a seamless process, and we're involved every step of the way. From the very beginning, when we meet with the architect, we love for you to bring your photos, any floor plan ideas that you have, so we can truly provide a custom experience and build your dream home. We would love for you to come check us out here in Stevens Valley and learn a little bit more about Bhuta Custom Homes.
Life-changing moments are sometimes paying attention when you have a minute to hear from one of the greatest. And right now we are bringing you one of the greatest, David Meltzer. He is an entrepreneur, speaker, complete game changer in mindset. He is an author. He's incredible. I want to start right off with people who have limiting beliefs. And this is such a big topic. We could sit here for an hour, but let's just hone it right in. Limiting beliefs.
It's amazing how many people think, say, and do the right things, but they limit what they believe. And even worse, they're not aware of their unconscious competency, which has a duality. One is the energetic attraction. So many people do all these right things, and then they attract the exact same thing in their lives, and they do that energetically, and they're not aware of it. And then secondly, genetically, we have personality traits, characteristics, obsessions, all types of things that we've inherited from usually 4 generations down. and we're not aware of the effect of that. And so what happens is we go into situations, whether it's our profession, our relationships, our addictions, and we limit ourselves, we limit our power. And the biggest problem with people today is they don't ask for enough.
You know, I have no problem asking. I can be told no. I'll be told no 1,000 times, but the yes is so beautiful.
Yeah, I love no. I have a philosophy about no, right? I dream and always say, look, what if you were only 25 no's away from getting what you want? How excited would you be after the first no, the 10th no, and especially the 24th no? But yet, I know your attitude shared with mine. It's like most people hear no, and it's like you were saying earlier, like what you have to do. You look forward to what you have to do. It's not what I have to do, you say.
It's what I get to do.
You get to do. Same philosophy with no. It's an unexpected opportunity.
And sometimes the no's are just as much of a blessing. I am so thankful for so many no's in my life. I don't know about you. And then the yeses that were right, you're like, oh. And we tend to get this stuck position of kind of groveling in the midst of a no or a stuck. How do you tell somebody when you're sitting in that position that you feel like it's stuck and you don't know which way to go? How do you press through?
What I'm looking for is the universe to tell me. So I actually take a universal sense of no. If we're involved in a business deal and I'm trying to get an answer from you and you tell me, oh, my son got sick and I can't make it, that's one no. And then maybe my tire breaks when I'm going to see you, that's two no. These could be very legitimate reasons. And at that third, here's the interesting thing about the third universal no, is that if something happens for the third time, and for example, we couldn't do this interview 3 straight times, I would call you, Amy, and say, you know what, Amy, this isn't the right way or the perfect time. I'm very interested in doing it, but I have other things I need to do. When you're ready, please let me know. What happens is 50% of the time, there's no resistance, and someone like you says, oh, let's do it right now. And the other 50% of the time, it never happens. And what I've just done is saved all that time, energy, and emotion, allowing the universe to tell me what the guided path is. As a manipulator earlier in my life, someone that could sell you how to be in control, an ego-based life, not a radically humble life, then I actually extracted value by selling, overselling, back-end selling, manipulating, and even lying at times. Instead, I shifted the paradigm of value that says, every morning I wake up, may God put in front of me 10 people I can help. May I provide as much value to my wife and my children as I can, and then my immediate family, then my business, then my community, then my country, and then the world. And every single thing that I do is just based on how much value I can provide, trusting in what we talked about earlier, that I create a void for the universe to fill. And if I'm asking correctly, if I'm in receivership, where things are coming through me for others, more and more things happen that I want to happen in my life.
I hope that our viewers watching right now even took 10% of what you just shared, because it's life-changing information that literally could shift everything. And I can't thank you enough for being on the show today, bringing this. I hope that everybody realizes to follow you online, because even watching some of your videos, they're funny, they're informational, it's awesome. They could get nuggets every day that could help change this mindset, because it only takes a little bit of time for something to become a habit. You just got to do it. And you got to do it every day, consistent, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming on The American Dream today. An honor to meet you.
It's a dream to be with you, Amy. Thank you.
Make sure you follow David Meltzer. Follow us here at The American Dream. Check out his stuff. Follow the positive message that is being sent out. It could change your life. We'll be right back with more.
At the end of the day, nothing is promised tomorrow, so it's all about living in the moment today.
The American dream to me is all about freedom. Here I am, I'm from New York City. Last night I'm in New York City. Today I'm on this beautiful yacht in Miami because I have the freedom of choice to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And I chose that a long time ago, that I wanted to live a life with no boundaries. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm supporting the show.
It's all about living in a beautiful city, doing what you want to do, when you want to do it, with the people you love, and just having the time of your life every single day.
I love the American dream because it's a different angle on getting in touch with some of the real estate, some of the people, some of the communities, and not necessarily just solely based on some sort of a reality TV show and following characters. It's more about what's real in front of you and the subject matter at hand and the community, really, and the surroundings.
When I first heard about the American dream, I thought to myself, that's basically what I've been living. I got here 18 years ago, and I was lucky enough to get on that track of living the American dream, which is come with nothing and make something of myself. So that attracted me to the concept. After I learned more about it, I actually understood that it was about, positive message of what you can do and what real estate and other things can mean to people. So yeah, it's all good.
Being able to provide the best possible life and legacy for my children and for my family, living a life of ease and comfort. And I think I've persevered and had a lot of tenacity throughout mine in order to create something, and to live here is like a dream.
It's all about working hard, doing what you want, and being happy with it.
Glen, why didn't you take me on that boat, buddy? I've got my white blazer. I mean, these guys are living the American dream for sure. If you think you have a great story for the American dream that tells a story of both real estate and entrepreneurship, we would love to have it on our show. And until then, dream on and dream big.
Okay.
The Cuban lunch today in Old World, Miami.
I thought that was tomorrow.
Okay, is that the taco
That's
place?
tomorrow,
Perfect.
correct.